Roger, this report also says that Vanguard is responsible for channeling the investments of tens of millions of American retail investors into 38 of the 40 identified companies. Tell me about that.
Well, you have these extraordinary numbers. Again, of the 40, 38 Vanguard, 34 was it State Street? I can see it here. And the list goes on, BlackRock 22. The point is that this is rather typical. For example, the Coalition for a Prosperous America did a report not long ago on Vanguard and FTSE Russell's involvement in China. And they found that Vanguard was holding in its emerging market funds 60 companies that are tied to the Chinese military, 8 that had been sanctioned for human rights abuses in Xinjiang, and they were holding over 2,000 Chinese A-share companies. These are companies only traded on Chinese domestic exchanges that have been sluiced into our markets courtesy of FTSE Russell, who puts them on an index list, and products are built around them. I mean, these companies, there's no regulatory oversight. There's no, again, material risk disclosure. This thing has been a backdoor. And we now have some 5,000 Chinese companies in our markets. Beijing loves it because all of these are pods collecting money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, this tone has got to be set at the top, and the Treasury is clearly allowing it. I mean, the Treasury is listening to Wall Street that says, look, we want to do deals. We want to have investor flows going into Chinese companies. No president wants to take this on.
No, that's right. And think about the fact that it's not just the top of Treasury that's part of this revolving door with Wall Street that creates that kind of reticence to take any action on capital markets, but you have the same thing going on at the Securities and Exchange Commission and the National Economic Council at the White House. These folks are in charge, can you imagine? Because they're peopled by the BlackRocks and the Goldmans. I mean, they're talented people, to be sure, but are you really going to put them in there in a national security-oriented capacity? No, no, no. They're going to be thinking about nest feathering for their next position after the administration, more than they're thinking about the well-being of the American people. This has been a problem for, as you know, over 20 years.